see. You just have to wait a few minutes. There we go. Okay. Oh, God, I look like crap. So, look, this rash.
It's from that's a hive.
It was on my neck.
Oh, wow.
I think it's 4 days old, so it's starting to.
Oh, calm down.
That's appropriate. So I heard you can invite, if I had, whatchamacallit, if I had something, if I had an Apple
or
whatever, you can invite friends and then we can split screen and they don't even have to be here.
Oh, that's so cool.
I can't do that though because I'm not
on the Apple.
No. Okay, so we have 7 people already. Good
Oh,
morning.
hey.
Who's here early? Allison. So I went to high school with Allison.
Hi,
well, not
Allison.
really. I mean, I was in high school and friends with Allison. We went to different high schools.
Yeah.
That's okay though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Suzanne Slatkin. She is on vacation. I think she's in Europe somewhere right now.
Wow, the life of the rich and famous.
I know. No, we live it.
It's true.
We totally do. We totally do. All right. Well, good morning, everybody. I'm Gina Tofano, and I run a real estate group in Loudoun County. I'm supposed to say Loudoun. I watched a Gary Vee thing. We're going to change this all up today. In Loudoun County, Virginia. And today I have Miss Sherry Brown. Sherry, what do you do?
So I am a massage therapist. This is weird. Like, where am I supposed to look here?
Well, the light thing is
okay.
right there, but usually we end up just
Gotcha. Okay, so
I know.
And
occasionally we look at ourselves.
Yeah. Oh, hey.
I know.
Sherry Brown, and I own Absolutely Massage now in downtown Leesburg.
Yay.
I'm so excited. I literally cannot say that enough because I just moved my business from Herndon.
Mm-hmm.
I opened up April 5th, and I'm in Market Station near Tuscarora Mill.
You are right in the middle of everything.
Yes, that has been so huge. So huge because just the visibility alone.
I saw your little sign. I was going to a networking thing at the Log Cabin at Tuskie's, and I'm like, yeah. Absolutely Massage.
I know. I have
a couple signs now.
Yeah, which I'm not allowed to have, but I'm
really?
a rule breaker. Yeah, so I have I know, really. Actually, I've been cited already, but I have a banner and 2 posters, and they told me I'm not allowed to have either or any of them.
You're only allowed to have like your one shingle?
Just one sign, which is kind of BS, but.
Really?
Yeah, so I said, okay, sure, I'll take them down, and I haven't yet, but I think I'll take them down on the next citation.
Did you know in real estate, all those little arrows that are sitting on the street that says, house for sale, not the open house ones, but like the ones that are there all the time, they're all illegal too.
Oh, really?
So whenever we have a property that is hard to get to, and the sellers are like, oh, put some arrows out. And I'm like, okay, you get one. Because somebody will take it down at some point, and as soon as it's gone, I'm not replacing it because they're like $25 a sign, and it's illegal. So you can have one. Yeah. But I wait for them to be taken.
Right.
So I'm sure they'd take them eventually, wouldn't they?
Well, they're in my windows. So.
Oh.
So I have posters in the windows that say now open and all the services that we do. So eventually I will take them down because they said I have 3 months to plaster and tell everyone about my business. But
well, you had a directional sign like out on the side, and then you have your shingle out front. That's okay,
which
right?
Is good. Now that people can actually find me because before they're like, I don't even see where you're located.
Yeah, I went to you once without any signs. Yeah. I got lost.
Yeah. But now now that it's beautiful, I have my expensive sign. But yes, it's awesome. I love it.
So what did you do with your extra space?
In the front? I'm thinking it's going to be retail, but I'm not sure just yet.
Don't you love my idea? I got a lot of likes on your comments.
Yeah. So I've had a couple people say, oh, retail, oh, you should, open it up to another therapist, but
no, I think retail, but you don't want to manage retail.
I mean, I don't want to have a ton of stuff, but probably just mobility. So like foam rollers, stretching bands, and T-shirts or something like that.
T-shirts. Hey, Howard, how are you? Good morning. Yes. So he's in West Virginia. He hasn't crossed the line yet.
Loudoun County, man, that's where it's at.
Loudoun County. Why Leesburg?
Well, first of all, we live here, so that's one. But honestly, I lived in Leesburg 6 years ago.
Okay.
And I thought, oh, there's nothing going on here. But yeah, silly me. My husband's the place to be. I know. I lived in an apartment maybe like 7 years ago. My husband and I, we were just dating, and we lived in an apartment, and we wanted to be in DC all the time. So we're like, oh, there's nothing going on in Leesburg, but we did not realize how much stuff there is to do in Leesburg, like between wineries, the restaurants that are coming down here, like it's just blowing up.
It has a major resurgence now.
Yeah.
Like so I've been in Loudoun County for 20 years now, like half my life, and Leesburg used to be, like, there were empty storefronts.
Yeah.
Like, it was not the place to go to. And now suddenly everyone's like, oh, did you go to the new place in Leesburg?
Like, oh, we love
Morning, Naomi. I was just talking about how we could do something if I had an Apple product, but I don't. So.
Oh, speaking of Apple products, yes. I told my husband, I said, I don't want, the reason I didn't want to get Apple is because I didn't want to have to pay for, like, every iTunes or every single music that I wanted to listen to. I now have an iPad, an iPhone, a Mac, like, desktop computer.
Do you really?
I will never go back. It's like I've gone to the dark side, and it's amazing. I love it.
I have.
And and also it's like if I'm listening to Spotify on one and want to listen to another one, just switch over. Like they all communicate with each other. That's why I like it.
Okay, well Terry and I share a Spotify account. Sherry, tell G to get an Apple.
Yeah,
I know. Oh, do you know Salak? He said hi to him. Do you know him? He was like a realtor 30 under 30.
Oh, maybe.
If I got that correct. He's a total rock star.
Oh, then, yes.
Of course. If you don't know him, you totally can pretend.
Yeah.
He's not here to defend himself. So, yeah, they hang out all the time. He can't say anything about it. What was I? Oh, so Terry and I share a Spotify account, which you really can't do. Have you tried to share a Spotify account?
I have not.
Do you know what happens?
No.
It keeps changing your song when the other person tries to use it.
Oh, really?
So we have wars. Like, and of course our music is not, if you know Terry and you know I, we don't listen to the same music. We don't do a lot that's the same. But anyway, so it's constantly trying to put his music on, and I have the kids in the car, and it is not appropriate. And I'm like trying to go back, and he's trying to go back, and it's like playing on another device, and we just keep hitting. And I refuse to back down because it's my Spotify. So as far as I feel, you stop pushing the button.
That's true. Terry, spend $10 a month.
I know. Get your own damn Spotify. Exactly. Or I'm okay sharing it, but when you see I want to use it, back off.
I've actually had that happen with I used to have I still have Pandora, and I pay for the upgrade. It's like a whole $36 a month or a year.
Yeah.
And I pay for it so clients don't have to listen to commercials. Who wants to listen to that? Well, apparently my cousin.
I love the little things.
Oh, hey, Terry.
Oh, Terry's on. Hey, baby. We were just talking about you. Get your own damn Spotify.
Yeah. So while I was working on a client, the music just stops. And I'm like, what the hell is going on here? My cousin jumped on my account, and I had to, I don't know how I fixed it in the time being, but I was like, listen, you guys, you cannot, when I'm at work, I need my music. You cannot mess with that.
Look, he's being nice. Shouldn't he be at
Yeah, shouldn't you be at BNI right now?
It's right in the middle. Are we on at BNI?
I know, really.
Does this count? Am I a guest? Does this count? Do you get 2 guests then?
2 guests. I have a sub and
a guest.
Yeah, hey.
Hi.
But yeah, so now I have Spotify and I have
I had Pandora. Both. I got rid of Pandora.
Yeah,
Spotify has radio. They have radio. You can do the same thing.
Well, the reason I have both is because now that I have multiple people working in my office, some of us listen to Spotify in one room and then some of us listen to Pandora. Because I didn't know if you could do multiple people listening to.
Well, you can't on Spotify. Just
I know. Yeah.
Just listening. Well, no, you can't.
Yeah.
And I know it's the car, because when we're both in the car, it's in the middle of the day that it happens, and I'll just keep fighting.
You're like, I don't listen to rap right now. Thank you.
I know. Shut Drake off, please.
Yeah.
No offense at all.
I mean, we love Drake. But
yes, but really.
How much can you listen to that, right?
Apparently a lot.
Yeah. Although the funny thing is, so when I work on my clients, I had 2 people yesterday tell me that I need to throttle back because it was too intense the previous time that I worked on them.
What? Oh, you're working on them?
Yeah, they said, oh, the massage was great last time, but that was really intense, so can you just bring it down? And I'm like, God, if I had a nickel for every time someone told me that, I'd have a lot of nickels, because people are like, that was really good, but it was a little too intense.
Really?
So I have people tell me all the time, that was great, but if you could play music that went along with what kind of services you do, you should do death metal. Sorry.
A little Metallica or something, a little Anthrax. Okay.
Something like that, because they're it's just really intense. I mean, it feels great afterwards, but holy shit, that hurt.
The one I can relate to, when you did my SI, I almost threw up. I mean, there's not, I broke out in a full sweat. I'm pretty sure I was crying. It was awful.
And I have had people I've only had one other person tell me that I have to stop what I'm doing, because if I don't, they're going to punch me or they're going to throw up. And I'm like, I'm sorry.
My SI actually caused me to throw up this last time. It was awful. Rock on, baby. See, Allison and I were, we were a little hardcore back in the day. So we were like our fringe leather.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we were pretty hardcore. So Metallica's from Jersey. I'm from Jersey.
Oh, really?
And there was this little record store growing up in Rutherford, New Jersey, and they hung out there. And so, therefore, that's the same as them being my best friend, right? That even though I
by
don't
proxy, you went to the same
we were both on Park Ave at the same time, so therefore we were like, you know, thicker than thieves. I also claim ownership to Bruce Springsteen, being from Jersey. I do not claim ownership to Bon Jovi. I just didn't want him.
Or maybe
No, what is she knowing? I don't know what you're knowing.
Oh, I had the same experience when I was in, well, except not with a musician, with an athlete. There was a runner who went to the Olympics. He went to,
that's like you going to the Olympics.
I basically am an Olympian because I went to a running camp called Camp Varsity when I was a freshman or sophomore in high school. And you ran twice a day. It was like hardcore running, all about technique and, you know, just making you an awesome runner. Well, one of the camp counselors he ended up being an Olympian, and he was an amazing runner. And we danced together at, like, the camp dance for all of probably 30 seconds. And he was super dorky. And I was just like, oh, my God, I danced with whatever, Adam something or whatever. And I was like, oh, my God, for the longest time in the running circle, people were like, no, you danced with him. He went to the Olympics, so that was my claim to fame. I was like, I danced with an Olympian.
That makes you an Olympian. So Janelle wants us to reintroduce ourselves. You hate Bruce. I'm okay with Bruce. I don't like Bon Jovi, though. And I really still believe Metallica's from New Jersey, so don't burst my bubble. They hung out in Rutherford, though. That's true. So Janelle asked us to reintroduce ourselves. So cool. I am Gina Topano. You all know that. And if you don't, what rock are you living under?
Really?
I sell real estate in Northern Virginia, and I have Sherry Brown, who is the owner of the brand new, not a new business, but new location in downtown Leesburg called Absolutely Massage. And the tagline, are you ready? I'm good. Do you need a massage?
Absolutely.
See,
like I feel like such a cornball every time I say that, but
it works.
Yeah,
it works. And I've only been to your BNI a handful of times. Right. I know your BNI people have that down.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Say need a massage. I must say absolutely 500 times a day.
Really?
It doesn't matter to what I'm just. Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. To my daughter, absolutely. All the time. It's ingrained in my brain now.
That's okay. Yeah. It's cool. It works. I don't have anything like that. Why did this just? I don't know what happened. Okay.
You have Ask Gina.
I have Ask Gina. Do you know how I got the Ask Gina name though? It doesn't even have. It was a million years ago. I was on the DMV website, and at the same time I was on GoDaddy.
Oh, okay.
And I wanted a license plate and a URL that matched. Oh, and I literally just went back and forth and back and forth and back and forth until I got one. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there was
my
no
name
real.
Came with advice that I need to be at the beginning of the alphabet for Google searches.
Really?
And
see, I did that without even knowing.
Yeah. So smart.
Morning, Kay.
So
catchy though. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's right. It actually worked out really well. I was thinking balanced bodies, something with A or B or and I wrote a list down, and I did that kind of thing. Massage, absolutely. I was like, that is so corny. And for the longest time, I didn't really like it, but I love it now. Yeah. Now I'm just like, it works. Change. It just plus it works. And
who won your year?
Julie Eckert.
Can I be friends with her and take one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Babysitter children. Yeah, Julie, my friend. Yeah,
I'll take your kids.
Julie won. I just gave away 1 year of massage therapy, 1 massage a month for a year, and she is a new mom. Her daughter's like 10 months old now, so she's always in pain because moms.
Well, you're just carrying the baby in your hip all day long. One of the reasons I'm 8th. Alpha sort. You guys are all so smart, and look, I did that without even knowing. Morning, Susie Q. Morning, Gloria. Good morning, Walter.
Naomi, that's right. Hi, Naomi. I actually met her at, what is that, Femme Working.
Oh, Naomi's amazing.
Yeah.
Naomi's the one who taught me how to do the apple product. Everything.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, really? Apple product.
We sat there one night trying to figure out how to invite people to the thing. So we had our own personal, it was almost like we were FaceTiming, but through
that's cool.
Facebook Live. And it didn't work for me, but it would have worked for her.
Yeah. Well, Naomi, we met
at
Femme Working, and we had a whole conversation when I had talked to you about potentially getting into real estate. And she was just telling me it's a lot of work, just like you had told me, and all that kind of stuff when I was having my
midlife
moment.
I have a lot of them.
Yeah.
I've had a perpetual one for like 10 years now. I don't know
what am I doing today with my life? Yeah.
Bye, Bally. Back to work. Hi, Katie. Hi, Gloria.
See, Naomi gave me some good tips. Hey girl.
She told you that it was work?
It was a lot of work, and it's really hard to do part-time.
Oh, you can't do it part-time?
Yeah, so.
Could you do your job part-time?
I mean.
As a practitioner, yes.
As a
business owner?
No. So since I've moved my business to Leesburg, I'm working so much more. Thankfully, it takes a village to raise a child. Well, it takes a village to raise a child and run a business. So I'm very lucky that I have a girlfriend who lives in Leesburg who's actually watching my daughter now. Mwah. Thank you, Leah. And between my husband, Leah, my mom, my sister-in-law, it covers childcare, and then I get to go to work.
There you go. Kim, my assistant, had Dylan last week.
Oh, yeah?
And he was watching, he's like, can Mama see me? Like, he was all on there. And, I'm like, aw. I'm like,
that's
no.
So cute.
It's not FaceTime.
Yeah.
He's with his dad for 2 whole weeks.
Oh, wow.
I dropped him off last night.
What are they doing?
They're going to the beach, South Carolina.
Nice.
Myrtle Beach is in South Carolina, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to Myrtle Beach. I threatened to show up, which, given the fact that he's engaged to someone else and we've been divorced for like 5 years, that probably wouldn't go over well. But
not so much.
He's going to have my kids for 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
And,
where are you going to go then?
It's a free beach.
Traveling?
I can go to South Carolina if I want. Oh, hi, you're here too. Look.
Hey, just happened that we're in the same zip code.
Probably shouldn't tell that before I go. It blows my cover.
Yeah.
No, I don't know what I'm going. I'm probably just going to work a lot. I have a lot going on at work. So I buckled down this year, and I'm all about leveling up. I'm all about finishing what I started, and I come up with these great ideas, and they're really awesome if I actually did them. And so now,
I know that all too well. Yeah.
So we're actually doing them. And I mean, I have a lot going. Like, there's a lot going on. I'm up every night until about 1, 2 in the morning working. I mean, there is a lot going on. And I'm kind of excited. I may go visit my mom in Phoenix, although it's like 475 degrees there right now.
Yes, it is. That's where my sister is.
Yeah, it's been hot. Although it's only like 108 now. She texted me yesterday and said it's cool. Yeah. It's only 108. It was like 120. It was like Death Valley in Phoenix. She was dying, buying like dry ice and all sorts of weird things. Because apparently even the cold water from the tap was warm when it's that hot. Like I wouldn't.
Yeah, I couldn't survive out there. No chance in hell.
But I may go visit her. I did look on the United app, and I have enough miles. I can get there for $50.
Oh, nice.
Round trip.
I know. I'm excited. I'm going to. Well, you go to Yosemite soon, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Which
July
is amazing.
20th.
If you haven't been to Yosemite,
I know.
It's
I saw your
amazing.
pictures.
Oh my god, it's so amazing.
I've got to get on it. I've got to plan stuff.
Yes.
So I have everybody coming. I have like Andrew's flying in. I have cousins coming down. We rented a house. There's some sort of silly rule out there in whatever county.
Mariposa County.
Yeah, owns Yosemite or whatever, all around it. Where you can't have more than 10 people in a house. Ever.
Oh, wow.
Period. End of story. County rule will kick you out.
If they know.
I have a lot more cousins.
So it's like, if they know. Who's going to come check? Park Ranger?
So we're kind of, I've staggered them a little bit, and I've already told them my little check-in that I have family coming from the north and from the south, and so there'll be more cars, and I've warned them that if we're getting kicked out, you're leaving. I'm not, because I'm from Virginia.
Yeah, exactly.
You can drive home, I can't. But we will be pushing them.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't done the math probably because I just don't want to, but
it'll be worth it.
We're totally on it.
Yosemite Falls, Bridalveil Falls, Half Dome, Glacier Point, all of those things are.
Oh my goodness. There's glaciers there?
Well, Glacier Point is just a mountain or a range hiking. So, I mean.
Are there glaciers on it?
When I was there 2 years ago, there was snow.
Okay.
So, and I had Claire on, I had my daughter who was 9 months old then, and so we were hiking with her, and we started to get to points where we were slipping, so it was like, it's not worth it. We were probably half mile from the top, and it was like snow coverage.
Okay.
Yeah. And when I was there, I was just in Yosemite in May, and when we hiked Half Dome, there was a part So it's regular hiking, then subdome, then half dome, and subdome was completely covered in snow. So yeah, and that was, May. So it was 80 degrees at the bottom, and then snow at top. So
we were in Chile. We were hiking in snow to get to the glaciers, and I don't know why I didn't think that. Okay, if I'm hiking to a glacier, there's going to be snow and it's going to be cold. I don't know. Those two pieces never quite. So we were not dressed appropriately. And then I learned on that hike that Terry had never really hiked more than, say, like the 2-mile walk I normally take. That's it in his whole life. And here we're on this 8-mile, 8,000 elevation change hike that's all day long. And yeah. He almost didn't make it. It was actually, I think he only did it because I kept going, by myself. I'm like, peace out, people. It's right there, I'm not fast. I have a lot of crap going on with my body, but I am slow and steady. I mean, I can just, I can put my head down and go. I'm never going to be first, but I will always get there.
Yep.
And he was just.
Well, the difference, when we hiked Half Dome, we started at 2:45 in the morning.
I love the thing.
I know, I love seeing the little pop-ups. We started at 2:45 in the morning and didn't get up to the top of Half Dome until 8:30. My dad, brother, and another guy, Bill, who they jumped off of Half Dome. They got up at 7:30, but yeah, they're like, we'll wait for you up until a certain point. And I hiked with 4 people the whole way. I only cried 3 times, so I would consider that a success.
Love you, Naomi. You cried 3 times. That was the thing.
It was the regular
ropes,
hike,
right?
Regular hike, no problem. Just hiking, it's tiring. But when you have to hike the cables, one of my friends, Lauren, who teaches over at Dance King Studios right around the corner from here, is a total badass, and she had not a broken foot, but she had broken her foot the year before, and so she's still recovering from that. She was totally, and my friend Carrie too, were like, you got it, Sherry, you got this. And I'm like, I'm basically showing my emotions where they're keeping it inside. And I was like, I can't do this. And like, you can do it, you can do it. Just having women there supporting me, it was very nice. And once I got to the top, it was amazing. So I mean, it's well worth it.
I have to do my homework.
Yeah.
I have to do my homework, see what I can take. I took the boys, the older 2, a couple years ago. We climbed Mount Washington. Have you ever done that?
Yep. Did that probably 4 or 5 years ago.
That's probably about the same time I did it. Because I did it a few years ago.
I did it in July.
I did it the late July, super hot at the bottom. Top, you couldn't see more than 5 inches in front of you, and you're on the rock scramble.
All whited out. Yeah.
So I lost my kids. Because the boys just kept going. And you can't be more than 5 feet in front of somebody or you can't see them.
Right.
And I would keep calling out to them and they would just disappear. And they are, again, I'm slow. I am not going to break any land speed records at all, but I will get there. And so I'm going and going and going. And they're whatever at the time, I don't know, 16 and, 19. They're like, they're way ahead of me. I don't know how old they were. And I don't even know if Andrew was in college. They might have been 17 and 13. But I was just nervous, more so with my middle son.
Did you just hike with you and your kids?
Yeah, it was just the 3 of us. And so it was great. Yeah, it took us all day. But we drove down. We had somebody meet us at the car at the top, and we drove down. So we got up to the top. And so this was, again, all my California cousins were all here. And they drove with Baby D in the car to the top. And we got there, and we are we're freezing, you're soaking wet because you're in the clouds. Yep. You've been on the rock scramble. That last half mile takes you 2 hours, because you can't go at all. It's windy, it's cold. We couldn't see anything. We are freezing. We get inside. You're your fingers are numb. Everything's numb.
Hot to eat.
I know. And they're like, oh my God, that road, it was so scary. You had to be on. And I'm like, will you just shut up? You drove up in a car and you I don't even want to hear it because we ran out of water at the bottom because it was hot.
Oh no.
Well, I thought, and then I freaked out, but it was so hot that day. The whole bottom when you're down in it was hot. And we were sweating and I let them. They might come back. Oh, there we go. We came back. Hi, we're back. Who hung in there with us? So we have Wayne. Oh, Andrew's on there. We were just talking about you in Mount Washington, kiddo.
Hey. Yeah, so when we hiked, it was, I don't know when in July it was, but we actually had like pristine weather.
Oh, did you?
All the way up.
Even at the top?
It was foggy, but we could see each other.
Like, oh, no, we couldn't see anything. Yeah. Nothing. Like, I didn't even realize I was at the top until
wow. Oh, no, we could,
the kids
we
told
could definitely,
me.
It was like,
no,
so there's actually a running race that goes up Mount Washington. My dad and sister, and my sister's like many ex-boyfriends, you know, she's married now, but like boyfriends ago.
Boyfriend in the past.
Yeah, a blast from the past. They did a running race, and it's straight up, you know, the running.
Well, there's like 3 different
the road
paths
that you drive up,
that's
what they run up.
Oh.
Yeah, and so my sister's like, you just shuffle up, you know, if you can survive getting up there, it's ridiculous. But when we hiked up, we had perfect weather. Get up to the top, it's cloudy, it's, you know, but we could see each other. And at the top, there were like a ton of really expensive, like a Lotus, or like a bunch of people driving these like super expensive cars that like take a tour all over the country with these really nice cars. So we get up to the top, and then we hike down, and we lost the trail at some point. Oh yeah, it was so easy to do.
Yeah.
Because you're like,
I can
look,
easily
a rock
see that.
pile. Wait, is that the trail? Is it?
Right.
And so we get down. We're going down, and we went down Lion's Head, and knowing nothing except just like, oh, I'm following my dad and my sister, and my mom freaked out. She was like, this is too dangerous. I do not like this. Eventually get down, we lose the trail again for like 30 minutes. We're like, all right, just keep following the river, sound of the river. And we get down to the bottom, and we talk to a guide, and he's like, you went down what trail? We're like, oh, I don't know, Lion's Head. And he said, that literally is the most dangerous trail to go down. We're like, oh, whoops. As apparently just the weather can change so quickly, and they said it can white out, and you're like kind of rock climbing down. And he's like, you are literally lucky you didn't have bad weather. And my mom's like, see, I told you I freaked out first.
Oh, the weather there is, what's the worst weather in the world?
Oh, yeah.
Like the whole world is recorded on that mountain.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
I actually have a shirt that says, like, I climbed Mount Washington, and like how fast the wind got at some point, 600 miles an hour. Yeah, something ridiculous.
No, when I went, I did a lot of research before because I had my boys with me, and I picked the middle, like there were like 3 main trails. One was short and hard, which it sounds like you came down. And then one was just long and took forever, and it's probably equivalent to walking the road up. You know?
Right.
And I didn't want to do that with the kids. I'm like, it'll take too long. Yeah. So we took the middle one. You know, there wasn't too much scramble. There wasn't too much like cliff climb. There was one that were you on the cliff one? There was one with a cliff.
I mean, nothing we had to have ropes for.
There was one with ropes.
Yeah, we didn't do that one.
In my research, there was one with ropes. But no, I really wanted to make sure that
I will say that
right one.
I always feel like my dad, he's like the ringleader to force us to do stuff that we might not be comfortable with. Grand Canyon, Mount Washington, Yosemite, all this kind of stuff. And then afterwards you're like, God, that was so awesome. So it's cool, that you do that with your kids because a lot of times people, I don't want to hike or I don't want to do this, and then you do it and you're like, that was so badass. Like,
I made Andrew do the Grand Canyon. I took Andrew to Havasu Falls with me.
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
I did the rim to rim, and I was in love. I wanted to move in at the bottom of the Grand Canyon and just stay there forever. And even though Diane and I almost got divorced, my girlfriend Diana, we fought so bad we called it. We almost got divorced. We had to separate for a short period of time after that. Just
exhausted.
It was hard. So it was my dream. It wasn't hers. It was super, super hard because it was my dream. I prepped for it. And it was something you needed to prep for.
Yep.
And because it was my dream, it was also important to her. We are good friends, so she wanted to go, so she didn't want to back out. And so it was a serious struggle for her. Like when her muscles tightened up on day 2, she could barely move.
Oh, wow.
And so I'm like, you're hurting now, but I've been hurting for the last 6 months, and this is my thing, and I'm carrying all your shit. And I'm like, so I'm getting, and it was hard. And so it's emotionally and physically taxing, and we're both going through our own thing. And yeah, we had to separate for a little while after that. I mean, we're totally cool now.
You're like, I love you, but don't.
Yeah.
Look at me.
I know. The minute I got out, I wanted to go back. The minute we got out, she wanted to fill the hole in with dirt and make a resort or something on top of it. So we had a differing of opinion at the end. But I went back with Andrew.
Oh,
and we did the Havasu Falls. Have we done Havasu Falls?
No, but
Have you seen the pictures?
I have. I've seen, oh my God. I've been to the Grand Canyon twice. First time I went was with my now husband. I have I thought I was getting proposed to in the Grand Canyon. Did I ever tell you that?
Mm-mm.
So we had been dating for 4 years. Needless to say, he didn't propose till we were dating for 7 years. So
you were way early.
Way early. I think this is our 4-year anniversary because our birthday is April 27th. We both have the same birthday. And then May 1st was our dating anniversary. So we go out to Las Vegas and then we drive to the Grand Canyon, which he did not want to do. What is a Grand Canyon? It's a pile of rocks, blah, blah. I'm like, I've never been, but are you kidding me? You've seen pictures. It's beautiful. The entire way out there, he's bitching. It's hot. I'm tired. I want to be at the pool. I want to be gambling. And I'm like, oh my God, shut up. So I don't know why. I know. Like, so on the way out, he's like, is this Grand Canyon? This is a pile of rocks. Why I thought he'd propose to me after just bitching the entire way. Get in. It's $26 to pay.
Right.
It's $26. This is bullshit, blah, blah. We start hiking in, and his mood completely changes because it's beautiful. And he's like, this is amazing. Oh, I love it. I love it. So we get a mile in, and he stops me, and he's like, oh, hey, babe, I want to take a picture real quick. Backs up, gets down on one knee, and then pulls me down with him. And I was like, I've never, ever thought I was getting proposed to until that. I was like, oh my God, it's happening. It's happening. It's happening. Oh my God, you know, I'm just like,
I'm feeling bad for you listening to this story.
I'm literally like heart fluttering. He puts me down on, knee, and then he backs up, takes a picture, gets up and walks away. And I was like, what just happened? And he's like, what? I'm like, oh, nothing, pretending like totally playing it off. I was like, okay, I feel like an idiot. He's like, are you okay? I'm like, I'm fine.
When did
Don't
you
worry
tell
about it.
him that's what you thought?
That was in May. I told him Christmas. And he was just laughed at me. We were at dinner. He's like, oh my God, I am so sorry. I was clearly not proposing. I was like, I know.
Yeah, I got that.
And then he said, don't worry, when I propose, it will be bigger and better. And in my head, I'm like, what's bigger than the Grand Canyon? Are you kidding me? But then
now I need to know, how was the proposal?
Oh, it was bigger, not than the Grand Canyon, but he proposed at a Redskins game in front of however many thousands of people.
Were you on the Jumbotron?
No, he said he tried to get on the Jumbotron, which he couldn't make it happen. But we had tickets, dream seat tickets, which was like the second row, first, second, and third row, and it was good. He got on video. It was all. I was surprised, completely surprised. So it was good. He did a good job. But the second time we went to the Grand Canyon, it was like fighting tooth and nail. Like, come on, we're gonna hike the whole thing. We did down and back in one day. It was so amazing. But after we're hiking, I went with my mom, dad, sister, and boyfriend. And he hikes up. He's like, I don't think I can make it. This is really hard. I'm like, you got this. We got this. He hikes up, and he literally bought a T-shirt that says, I survived the Grand Canyon. Yeah. Fighting tooth and nail. I don't want to do this. This is too hard. And then afterwards, he's like, I did it.
Exactly. When we climbed out of the canyon, it was that last, so we did a 4-day. We did rim to rim, so we have the big backpacks on, the whole thing. Right. And that last day climbing out, so it's intense. And with the backpack, and you haven't showered or eaten real food or anything in days, and you're also a little mad at people like you who are doing it in the one day because you haven't lost any toenails.
My mom lost a toenail.
Oh.
But, that was after the fact.
Right.
So.
But, you're not bandaged.
Right.
So, you didn't sleep on the rocks for 3 days. And so while we had a lot of great things, but we start to hear your cell phones are going off, as we get closer, and that annoys. You go 4 days with nothing. And your phone's ringing. I'm like, go away. Get out. You're kicked out. There should be be a zone, and it just shouldn't work. There's got to be a way they can bubbleize it. Right. No cell signal here. And it was, so we were kind of grumpy, at people eating there.
Honestly, I wish so again, my dad being the ringleader of the craziness that my family, the awesome and crazy stuff that we do, he said, oh, we're just going to go. We went to Las Vegas there for 2 days, and then we camped at the top of the rim. And so we were all nervous, but we prepared. We hiked with backpacks and just small Camelback. And so we're like, all right, cool, we can hike. Because my dad's like, you can hike 17 miles in an entire day. You'll be fine. Of course, it's July. It's hot.
Right.
We had plenty of water. But there were signs. Did you remember seeing the signs? Everyone was like, do not attempt to do this in one day. You will die. And we're like, oh my God, we're going to die. My dad's like, it's fine. You are athletic. You can do this. So we're hiking down, and a woman stops my now husband, and he's huge backpack on, should not have been hiking by herself. Her son had left her and like gone to the bottom already. She was carrying an umbrella. That should have been the first sign that she shouldn't have been there. Carrying an umbrella. And she offered my husband $50. Can you carry my backpack down? He's like, no, I have my own backpack. I'm sorry, you're going to have to go back up. But we got down to the bottom, and we actually soaked in not in the Colorado River, but like in a little offshoot of the Colorado River. It was amazing. But I wish we had more time, because it's like you're down and back. You know, I wish we had more time to just
so we did the rim to rim. Like we went down the North Rim, and then you slowly cross. And each day you're only maybe doing 7 or 8 miles.
Okay.
It's not a lot. So then you make camp in the afternoon. Like you're usually at camp by like 3, because you start super early, and we're going slow. We're taking our time. Make camp at about 3, and then you go off and do night hikes. So then you'll do another 5 out, because the canyon's enormous.
Oh yeah.
You can get lost down there forever.
Yeah.
And so we would do night hikes that are like another 5 miles, you know, away from the tent and everything. And then you go back and you go to sleep and you wake up the next day. But it was amazing, like spending all that much time.
Right.
Like there's a sandy beach at the bottom on the Colorado,
Yeah,
like pure sand, like sands, like. You know, and we're laying there on the sandy beach. They're shooting stars. We're in the middle of nowhere. There's no light pollution. But the only, you know what you can see? We saw people like you trying to do it in one day. So we watched you guys every night. Like as we're sitting around our campsite, you see the headlamps trying to make it back up the south rim. Because, you know, once, I guess by day 2 or 3, you could see the south rim.
Okay.
And it's there because the south rim's the busy one. That's where people try to go down and try to get back up. And you see their headlamps, and you see them going. Sometimes well into the night, like 11, 12 o'clock. They're still trying to get out.
Yeah. I mean, we started at like 9 a.m. and probably finished by like 5:30.
Oh, so you got out in the day.
Oh yeah. No, we were.
No, you watched them. Like, you watch their headlamps make
Although
up the thing.
We talked to some rangers, and they said every single day they have to make a rescue of some sort. And
yep, we would hear the helicopters.
Yeah, so I'm like, I mean, thankfully we trained for it, so we were okay. But yeah, they're like, it's not surprising that every single day that people.
Well, and the people who are down there, like when you're down there, they take care of each other. So. When you see someone is hurt, or you see someone like it's just you know, and then you're kind of on the same path as certain people. Like if you're doing a similar route, even if they're trying to do a rim to rim in one day or whatever, like you'll be with them for a few hours, you know, and that's when you just have people under your wing. Yeah, it's kind of, you know.
One thing I saw the donkeys go down. I thought, oh man, those jerks, they've got it so easy. But then I also thought, I'm not sure I'd want to be. I know those donkeys do it all the time, safe, but I was like, I like being low to the ground, you know.
I wouldn't. I'm gonna tell you right now, because in Chile we were in the Andes and we were horseback riding on the side of the Andes, and my horse did its own ass Terry. It did its own thing, and it tried to get into this water. And there was another horse there, and he was trying to do the water. And I'm cool. I'm like, I can do this. I'm not like a expert horse rider, but I've done it enough. It doesn't freak me out until my horse backs up, goes up on 2 legs, and the cliff is behind me. I watched everyone else freak out. I'm like crying. I couldn't, my horse got back on 4 legs, and everything was fine. I never recovered emotionally.
Oh my God.
I couldn't, I kept, I'd pull it together. I'd be okay. We got up to the top. Up, we're on the plateau, we start going back down again. I can't do it. I am so psyched out that my horse is gonna lose it. They're like, just close your eyes, the horse doesn't want to die. I'm like, my horse obviously does want to die. Like, maybe your horse doesn't want to die, but mine tried to send me over the side, and I couldn't do it. I got off, and then I was walking the horse down, and then even that was too much for me because I didn't trust my stupid horse. So you think you want to be on the ground, except when the horse is this much taller than you and bigger than you, and it can still push you. Yeah, I made the guide take the horse down, and I just walked down all by myself.
Wow.
I walked down the Andes.
Actually, my sister got hurt. She went horseback riding with some friends and got thrown from the horse, and like bruising ribs and hurting her wrist.
I believe
bad.
it. Yeah. No, this was the first, and it was scary. Mm-hmm. I mean, I was on 2 legs with a cliff behind me. And I was just and mentally I never got it back together. I came on up, we got to the plateau, I was fine up at the top, but then as we started the down, I'm like, no, peace out. Totally not doing it. Hey, Mark, how are you? Are you coming today? He was going to come by today. I don't know if he is.
Who's Mark?
Mark is New York Life rep, I guess. Okay. So I'm making Dylan a trust fund baby. Mm-hmm. If I do it now, I don't have to suffer like I'm suffering now with the older 2. Sorry, boys. His college will be paid for, and then he'll have his down payment for his house, and he'll have whatever he wants, and he can retire at 65 and, never work a day in his life. Like, I'm setting him up to be a trust fund baby.
You want to adopt me?
Does anyone want to make me a trust fund baby?
I know, really. I know.
No, because it sucks. I'm paying like $2,000 a month for Jason to go to college now.
Right.
Thank God he had a college fund that lasted 1 year, because during that year I was still paying for Dylan's daycare, and that's only half. Like, that's my 50-50 all of it. So that's my piece. Daycare was $875 me, so it was like $1,700 a month, because mine's half.
Right. Wow.
But they never overlapped. Like, there's a little bit of, and Andrew dropped out. Appointment in Reston at 10. Okay, so that's a no or a yes. I can't do that math. I don't know what that is. But so Andrew thankfully dropped out after a year.
You're like, thanks for saving Mama some money.
Andrew dropped out, and then Dylan was in daycare, and then Jason's fund ran out as soon as Dylan's, I literally had 0 months off. Like, I made the last daycare payment in June and the first college in July.
Yeah.
There was no.
I know. We started the Virginia 529. Yep. Because there's 4 kids in my family, and my parents didn't do that. I didn't probably even know about that, or didn't have enough money to even do that. And so our college was some loans, some we all worked through college, and just, did the check clear? Okay, cool, we can go to school for another semester,
Yeah.
So I would to not have to
Mm-hmm.
struggle with that.
No,
of course, I only have 1 kid versus 4, but still.
Yeah.
I'd God. Yeah.
I
there
saw
your babies.
Well, I don't know. I saw your April Fool's Day thing. I'm like, oh my God, Sherry's pregnant again.
Yeah, my husband was not too thrilled about that.
I thought it was funny. It took me a minute. I did catch on.
Oh yeah, no, he called me immediately and was like, what's up with your you're pregnant? I'm like, you really think I'd tell you over Snapchat? No, I'm not pregnant.
Public snap for everybody.
By the way, pregnant. Congratulations, me.
That's awesome.
Maybe with the second one, I'll be like, by the way, we're having a kid in a couple months.
And tell him when he catches on. So what are you doing? So we're about at the end of our hour. What are you doing with the rest of your book? We didn't do the book.
Oh, shoot. Shit. Okay. Well, quickly.
Okay.
I have 2 books.
Oh, rule breaker.
I know. Well,
more signs than she's supposed to have,
really.
More books than she's
supposed to have. So the reason I have 2 books is because I have a 2-year-old, or almost 2-year-old. I know, super cute. Almost 2-year-old. This book is The Big Magic. Have you?
I have it. I've not. Yes, I have not finished. I've not read the whole thing.
There's parts of it that I love. Just basically saying just because you are doing something doesn't mean that's what you have to do. I like that, making your own creativity, living a creative life, how to do that. And just because you are in one path doesn't mean you have to stay there. Don't be afraid. Get over your fear.
I like that a lot.
A lot of this is the same woman who wrote Eat, Pray, Love. So some of it is a little redundant, but the overall message is, get out of your own way and
just do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Every time you see her name, do you think of Little House on the Prairie?
Oh, Gilbert, okay.
No,
I don't.
But now you will.
Now I will. And then, so this book, you can see, let's see, Giraffes Can't Dance.
Aww.
I know. I thought, should I bring this? Should I not bring this? But this is one of my favorite books to read to my daughter, who is almost
love this.
2. She'll be 2 next Friday. And 1, I love dancing. Absolutely love dancing. So I really love reading about dance, but have you ever read this book?
I have not.
So Gerald is a giraffe that cannot dance.
Okay.
Okay, and he goes to the jungle dance, and he tries to dance, and he makes a fool of himself.
Oh.
But then he meets a very wise cricket who says it's not about if you can or cannot dance. You can dance if you find the music that speaks to you. Okay. And so I was like, I just love it, because then he finds the music that is good for him, and he's an amazing dancer, and everyone cheers him on, essentially.
Yay!
So I was like, this just speaks to me, because it's like, be your authentic self, be your own person, and find the music that you love, and you'll be able to create.
Coincides very nicely.
I know, really. So if you have a kid, this book is awesome.
Oh, okay.
And if you like dancing, this book is awesome. But the message is really kind of similar, like find what speaks to you and whatever you're good at, and people will.
I love that. We never read Giraffes. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
We have like the tried and true, but
yeah,
that's not there. You know what I was going to start doing with Dylan?
What's that?
So he watches YouTube videos.
Yeah, Claire too.
Okay, and it was first opening Kinder Eggs. And then he likes to just watch that. And then he likes, I don't know what we're all, yuck face. Who gave me a yuck face? Go away. You're fired. No, seriously, I like all faces. Yeah. YouTube videos. So, and he just goes off into this hole. So then he watches people play video games. Like, apparently this is a thing.
Yeah.
And weird. I'm constantly like, is that inappropriate? And he has to shut it off. And, there's like 2 things he's allowed to watch, and that's not one of them, but he's constantly doing it. So I thought, he has these same books that I read. Like, currently it's Dragons Love Tacos, both 1 and 2.
Haven't heard of that.
We read them all the time.
Okay.
And I don't even know, when I first read it, I'm like, why does this even do it for you? But it does. Like, they're cute little books. I'm recording them because he has a YouTube channel, because he wants to do the same thing that he sees the other people do, and I absolutely hate it. And he wants me to play the games. So and I've only done it twice. Like, if you look, it's only there twice, and I'm not exactly
thrilled about it.
Yeah, it's not going to get a lot of views. Is your mom going, are we done yet? Yeah. And but I thought we're videotaping reading books.
Oh,
so then
cute.
When he's not with me, he can watch Mama read his favorite books, and it hits his high point of, I want to make videos for YouTube. These, I think, are a lot more appropriate than
some of the stuff
Derek Landry for Dylan. Derek Landry, who's that? Is that? I don't know. Doesn't it sound like a sports person? Like, should we know who that is?
Sorry, Mark.
That we don't know anything.
Like the YouTube.
But it hits all those high points. It hits YouTube. It hits making the videos. It hits his favorite books. It hits. So start doing that with Claire.
Yeah, that's a good idea. She loves YouTube. There's a channel called Super Simple Learning. Okay. And there's all about, like the 5 little monkeys jumping on the bed and like Baby Shark. Oh, we sing Baby Shark do 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 all the time. So every time she sees YouTube come up, she'll say, she calls it monkeys. Monkeys, monkeys, monkeys. So I'm like, okay, you want to watch monkeys? I turn on, as soon as YouTube pops up, she starts jumping and dancing. I'm like,
she gets so excited.
Brand recognition. She knows YouTube like it's her favorite.
Has she figured out how to
scroll and pick stuff?
No, the voice search.
Oh no.
Oh, once that clicks, once she can talk enough. God. Dylan, you'll see him, because if I can hear you, I can sing. Whatever's inappropriate, I don't even know what it would be, but he'll be like, he'll say it in the thing. I can't even think of what it is that I cut him off.
Some of the stuff that creeps me out about YouTube, like we'll start off with something.
Do you have her on the kid YouTube? So I have. Oh, there's kid YouTube.
Yeah, well, like so we'll
it's a different app and everything.
Oh, okay. I need to get that, because some people post like, okay, so there's another one. It's like, Daddy finger, where are you? Here I am.
That can be really bad.
How do you do? So it goes daddy, mommy, sister, brother, all that stuff. But then, so it's all animated, fine. And then creeps will get up there and like redo it in like really weird voice. And then all of a sudden I'll see her watching these like weird dudes, daddy. I'm like, what are you watching?
Exactly.
Like,
exactly.
It starts out with something so innocent, and then these weird people like taking the Wonderkins or whatever and like doing weird things, but you're like, why do you post this on YouTube?
Inappropriate.
So I need to find
There's a kid YouTube. You can keep it locked up to a point.
Okay.
Oh, great books for boys. You can keep it locked to a point. You still get creepers. You still get the really weird guys that should have a life and don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. It still happens, but it's easier and there's less. But once Dylan figured out how he could search for whatever he wanted, he'd be like, Kinder eggs.
Oh, really?
And it pops up. But he asked for it. So it's got its downside. He'll search for things I don't want him to. Because I think just watching someone mindlessly open a chocolate candy for an hour is a waste of a few brain cells. So we try to limit that. But he will, he's out. I heard him one day, are there white spiders? Everything that pops in his head, he searches for. And he just Google
now,
voice search.
They wouldn't be able to understand. Like she says, she just started saying, I did it. Like she'll throw something down the stairs. I did it. I'm like, where did that come from?
I did it.
Yeah, I was like, good job.
That was neat.
Yeah, I did that. But yeah, so she wouldn't be able to, you wouldn't, Google,
understand.
voice would be like, what's a munty? Oh, monkeys. She means monkeys. What's a boot? It's a book. Yeah.
You don't know that?
Yeah. Come on, Siri.
I know. No, once they figure that out, you're in trouble. But I love that he knows that you Google and it's awesome. Yeah. So that's really cool. All right, so we have our books. Giraffes Can't Dance. Big Magic.
We got an adult book and a kid's book.
Yay! And then if you need a massage,
you gotta say it. You gotta say, need a massage?
Oh,
absolutely.
Need a massage?
Absolutely.
Go to Sherry. Need a house?
Ask Gina.
Yeah, ask Gina. And I was all in that outfit thing, and I didn't even know.
Yeah.
Oh, every time I get here, I want to call out Shoes, Cup, and Cork, and I always forget because I say it when I first walk in, and then I get all caught up in the show. So, I've been doing this here for 2 months.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's been.
And somebody's out there now, kind of all on the down low. But I've been doing it here for 2 months, and I just came because my Wi-Fi sucks. And I've been tagging them, and I've been posting it on Instagram. And I've been posting it on Instagram, and I've been doing all this, and no response. They don't like anything, they don't comment, they don't say anything. So I messaged them directly. And I'm like, hey, I'm doing this. Do you want to be a guest? Do you want to, I'm like, I've been tagging you, but you haven't said anything. And they're like, oh, we saw the tags.
I'm surprised.
So any other business in Leesburg want a show with 1,500 viewers to come and hang out and publicize their place every week?
Seriously, I would be all over that. Yeah.
Hook me up. I mean, I love the staff here. They're very nice, but I just thought it was really, really weird.
Yeah, that they wouldn't jump at the chance to be like, yeah.
Or even just acknowledge it at all, just once. Isn't that the whole point of social media, to be social?
You think?
I don't know. Maybe I'll just start doing it in my office, but nobody makes chai there.
Yeah, I like the mochas here. It's pretty good.
Yours was really pretty. I took a picture here. We're going to show everybody your picture. Oh, I am so tired today. I don't know how we're going to get through the day. Look at her mocha this morning. Can you see? Oh, look at how pretty that is.
Here, I'll go sell houses for you if you go do the 3 massages that I have to go do today.
Why can't I just get through?
I know, really.
Oh, so Terry signed up. He did a $30 entry, and I did a $30 entry, and somehow we wound up with a $25 gift card. So that is $85. How long do I get a massage?
So massage is $100, so you can just credit it towards it. Your massage will be $15.
Okay, I can do that. There you go.
So I guess Terry won't be getting a massage. You're like, just give me the.
Yeah. Oh no, it was automatically mine. He had no choice. That was.
Yeah. I had a couple husband-wife duos buy stuff, and they're like, oh yeah, if I don't win or my husband doesn't win, I'm just taking their entries. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Well, he told me, I didn't even, he's like, oh, then you have $60. And then he wound up with a gift card. I don't know where that came from.
Probably.
And I want some makeup or something.
Yes, I need to give that. It's a Bee Beauty. Have you seen it?
No.
It's a new.
Can they cover my hives?
Yeah, I'm sure they can. They did my makeup for the grand opening. It was awesome.
Aww.
Christine is awesome. She just opened right next to Black Hoof Brewery, right on King Street.
Okay.
She was by me in Tuscarora Mill, and then she just moved her business on King Street. Yeah.
It should be social. I'm telling you.
It should be social. But
everybody message Shoes and tell them to be on the show.
Yeah, exactly.
Can we do that?
Be like, why didn't you want to come on my show? First question.
I know, really. So, why Loudon? Like, that's my new question. Why so, Loudon? Gary Vee, I told you my whole Gary Vee thing. Was that before this show started?
Briefly mentioned that, but
Gary Vee. So I'm supposed to say, why you don't know who Gary Vee is?
Sorry, Gary. I don't know who you are. I'm learning.
Oh, Dave McWaters is in the Outer Banks. OBX in the house.
Jealous.
I haven't been there in so long. We sold our beach house a couple years ago. I haven't been back.
Get some sun for me, please.
I know, just a lot. Yeah. Not even a little. Although I may end up at Myrtle Beach.
Okay, so who's Gary Vee?
Oh, Gary Vee. Gary Vanderchuk. G-A-R-Y-V-E-E on social media. He's written a lot of books. He's started by taking over his dad's wine company and selling things online, and he's really just this social media
guru.
Yes. I mean, trial by fire. He just keeps doing it until it works and doing it until it works. He curses a little bit. He's a little raw. He believes you have to hustle. He believes you have to work hard. He believes most people are too soft. But he's got some really good points. And it's not about brain surgery. It's not about, none of this is difficult. It's just where are people putting their attention. And he's like, right now there are certain things that are really, really amazing online. And it's only because the big companies haven't caught on yet. Because they're still dumping millions and millions of dollars into TV commercials.
Oh, wow.
And we're not watching TV. What are we doing?
Yeah, that's true.
We're on our phone. We fast forward through the commercials on TV. If you don't fast forward,
subscription with commercials. That's true.
Nobody wants it. So once they move their money over into these other advertising venues, the prices are going to go up. And then you're going to have to, it's all whose attention are you getting and how are you doing it. But anyway, Gary Vee said that all real estate agents. Is that for Gary Vee?
Was he a realtor before?
No, he's just a guru.
Okay,
he's just he's a hustler. He's a badass. Like he really is. He's an entrepreneurial, hustling, work hard, kind of. He's probably like my age. He's not young. He's not old. Did I just say not old? But he hustles, and I don't even know where I was going with that. But he said, he was saying for real estate agents that they have to be the mayor of their hometown.
Okay.
Like, that's kind of the whole...
I need to find out what he says about massage therapists.
I know. Well, he was speaking to a bunch of realtors. But I would imagine it's similar. So if you look at, what is social media? Where are the people? How do you get noticed? And who do you want to be noticed by? And find them. Because right now it's, like, super cheap.
Right.
Yeah. So do it. And stop doing the other crap. Because he's like, you're wasting your money. So, although I still, every once in a while, I go on a listing point. Do you advertise in the newspaper? I'm like, I haven't in 4 years. Like, I went 2 whole years without a single phone call, and then I dropped it.
Wow.
And it's expensive. Print is expensive.
Yeah, print is expensive.
I went 2 whole years without a single call. Wow. I'm like, okay, we're not doing that anymore.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
So I'm like, no. But every once in a while, I get, do you advertise in the paper? No. And you shouldn't either. And if they do, you should fire them. Because they're wasting their money.
Yeah.
But okay, so everybody go have a great day. Big Magic, giraffes can dance, can't dance. Actually, they can.
They can.
There you go. All right, and need a massage?
Absolutely.
I love it. All right, have a good day, guys. Bye.
Stop.